Hi, welcome to the Retirement Matters blog. My name is Dave Grant. I am the founder of Retirement Matters, which is a financial planning and investment management company in Barrington, Illinois. Today, we are talking about a topic that is specifically for AbbVie employees. And this is, should you be using the supplemental life insurance that AbbVie offers? Now, as an employee of AbbVie, you probably are aware that there are numerous benefits that you can sign up for. You do have basic life insurance, but there's also supplemental life insurance as well. So let's give a little bit of a distinction between the two of these. So in review, as a full-time employee, you do have basic life insurance that's given to you. This, as a standard across the board, is 200% of your base salary. This is determined differently if you're a non-exempt employee versus as an exempt employee. But based on what your base salary is, which doesn't include overtime or bonuses or anything, you get 200% of that amount as a basic amount of life insurance given to you. So when you're looking at the benefit of life insurance, you need to look past, well, what's the basic coverage? And this is looking at the supplemental coverage. Now, on the face of it, it's a big difference. You can have up to 100% of your base pay covered or up to 700% of your base pay. Then you can look at, well, what other supplemental policies are there? There's spousal coverage, there's dependent child coverage, there's accidental death and dismemberment, there's travel insurance, there's business insurance. There are a lot of add-ons here. The two questions you need to figure out is, well, how much does my family need in life insurance coverage? And what work am I doing and will it pay out? Let's look at the question of how much you need. We're going to do some real rough math here. And it's typically 10% of your annual income is how much you should be looking to get insured with life insurance. Now, that's a big caveat there. It can be very different in other people's situations, but that's just a rule of thumb. So if you're earning $100,000 a year, then coverage could be $1 million. But given how insurance is cheaper or different life situations, a lot of people insure for more. So for a lot of people, if they are looking to insure the loss that their family would incur should they lose their income, it may not actually be covered just under basic life insurance. So then they can look to supplemental life insurance. You got to be careful here though. You can't just say, okay, so we're covered up to X amount with life insurance. Let's just add some accidental death and dismemberment and that will finish up our life insurance kind of gap. You got to be careful with, it's called AD&D insurance, accidental death and dismemberment or disability, because it will only pay out in very specific situations. So it can only pay out if your job was the result of the accident, you got injured on the job, it actually was an accident and it wasn't your fault. There's lots of different caveats that can come along. So if you're planning on having your life insurance needs met with some AD&D insurance, that's pretty much not going to be the way to go. Now let's say that you're just looking to cover your need with just pure life insurance. You know, that's the nice safe thing to do and not rely on all these other supplemental policies you have. One thing that's not really discussed is, well, how expensive is term insurance versus getting insurance outside in the marketplace and getting a private policy? One thing you'll need to look at is, well, how much is a term policy going to cost me? Let's say you're 30 and you're buying it at 30 versus what I'm going to be at 50. If you go out into the private marketplace and you get a level term policy, it's not going to change in cost at all over the time you have that life insurance. Let's say you insured yourself for 20 years from 30 to 50, you get a level term policy, that premium stays the same. If you were to be insured through work for the same dollar amount, your group term policy will actually increase in its cost as you get older. It's something that doesn't really get discussed much, but as you move into different bands with age, your term life insurance at work, it gets more expensive. So you should be looking at comparing, well, how much is this going to cost me as I get older going through work? And this is something you can request from your payroll department, your HR department, as to how the bands increase with the insurance. And then comparing it with, well, what does that look like outside in the marketplace? The last thing you'll want to look at with all these supplemental policies is, are you going to stay at AbbVie for the whole of your career? It's difficult to tell. But you'll want to make sure that the term policies that you have, are they portable? Can you take them somewhere else? Can you convert that policy into a standalone policy that you own by yourself? Company benefits can change that. time and again to say what was portable, we're now not making portable. You can't take it with you. So if you get a lot of life insurance at 30, but you decide to leave AbbVie at age 50, and by that time the policy has changed and you can't take it with you, to get reinsured again is going to be a lot more expensive. So to mitigate that, you can pick up some group insurance, get some insurance on the open marketplace and get a private policy, and lock in that cost while you're young and almost diversify in your life insurance. So to wrap up, should you be taking all the supplemental life insurance that's available to you at AbbVie? Probably not. You want to make sure that you're insuring just for the risk that you need. You want to make sure that you're insuring with pure life insurance, not any accidental death or any other supplemental frilly plans. And make sure that you are insuring at the most cost-effective way that you can. If you've got any questions, my name is Dave Grant. You can find me at retirementmattersillinois.com, and I'll see you next time.